91X.
You're behind the scenes with 91X, brought to you by Domino's. They make pizza.
Welcome back to San Diego. You played this thing. This is going to be your third time here?
Yeah. Last year we played in Queens of the Stone Age. We're headlining.
Right.
It was an awesome show.
And 2 years before that, you played as well.
Yes.
You had much longer hair than we looked at the pictures.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It was like down to about here. Yes. And this is your first time headlining the sports arena.
This is our first time. It's been so crazy.
How does that feel? I mean, because I've known you for like 10, 11 years now. But it's got to feel pretty weird coming back to San Diego and doing a pretty massive show like this.
I remember when we first started doing the Christmas shows and stuff, we'd see the other bands that were headlining. We were, the first band on. And you're like, man, it'd be so cool to headline one of those someday. And
Do you
now
remember
it's
the bands?
happening.
You remember the bands you played with back then? Do you remember who they were?
I know that there were like Silver Sun Pickups. See, who else was around? Airborne Toxic Event was one of the bands that was around then. I mean, there's a lot of bands. Yeah.
Well, I got to say, you and I have had this really bizarre running bet, and I owe you $200 at this point because I don't know why it is, but I still feel like you would never do things, and I'm not going to bet you anything tonight.
Oh, dude, come on. What's up? I always need a challenge, though.
Okay, but the thing is
you
that
push me above and beyond.
But here's the thing: the soundboard is all the way at the back of the pit. It's the farthest I've ever. I don't think you can do it, and I know you can't.
Okay.
So if I bet you, and you go for it, I'm going to be down $400 at this point. But I don't mind paying the money.
It's an unofficial bet.
I don't mind paying the money, but all I really want to know is at Coachella, because I bet you at Coachella I saw you do it on video. That must have been the scariest one, because that was like, you went across the first thing, there was that huge gap, and the security guard just goes, whoop, and like tossed you over there.
Yeah. I don't know, like usually when that stuff's happening, it's so much is going on that you don't even really realize what's going on.
But the whole time, this is what you're doing, you're just going.
Yeah, I just try to point in the general direction of where I want them to take me.
But like,
it's like a baby. Food.
The bet's on if you want it.
I'm totally down for the bet.
Are you totally down for the bet? Because my
I
favorite
will never
part is,
shy away from a bet.
When you go for it, I'm just like, I just keep thinking to myself, that's a car payment. That was a car payment the first time.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be 4 car payments. But
Yeah.
anyway, the new album, by the way, as you know, massive. And I know you just got married. The song we're playing now, Cigarette Daydreams.
Yeah.
Tell me about writing that one.
That was, honestly, that song was a big surprise. I was kind of toying with the idea of like 70 cheesy music from the 70s, and I was just kind of tinkering with this idea that there was a certain magic in the late 70s super poppy songs that if you could take.
Like who?
Well, I mean, no one in particular, but the melodies are so redolent that I felt like if you could take that and make it somehow abused and dirty, that it would be a really cool thing. And
because Take It or Leave It sounded like a French pop song to me. It sounded like a like a little,
it totally has the European feel.
It has a European influence on it. But this one seems, I can see it now that you're pointing it out, the 70s kind of like Starland vocal band or whatever.
Well, I got super inspired by the theme song to, was it MASH? Suicide is Painless.
Nielsen wrote that, right?
Did he?
Nielsen? Yeah.
I don't know.
I could
sounds
sing it right
right
now, but I wouldn't know.
Suicide is whatever.
It brings on many changes, and
Yeah.
I can take it or leave it if I feel or if I want. How's it being married?
It's good.
Different?
Very good, yeah. It's different. New challenges, you know.
But you've been on the road the whole time anyway. That's where you met her, right? That's where you met your wife?
Mm-hmm.
In France?
In France,
in France?
We were playing a music festival in Transmusicale. I mean, it was a music festival called Transmusicale in Rennes. And I saw her in the crowd and jumped off stage and ran over and demanded a kiss. And she turned me down.
She did?
Yeah, she turned me down. And then she ended up, after the show, she was interning as a journalist and she interviewed me. So.
How's your French now?
It's bad.
Is it bad?
When you try to say it's bad in French, but you can't remember how to
Mal.
say it's bad.
C'est mal.
yeah.
Avez-vous une tasse de thé?
Quoi?
See, I can hang out with your wife and throw
Yeah.
words at her. At least she understands what's going on there. But
Totally. I can like understand like 1 or 2 words per sentence. So I'm like, oh, they're talking about fish.
poisson,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
c'est de poisson.
Poisson.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, someone said something about a radio.
Yes. Le radio. See, I can do all that stuff. Thank you for doing this. I can't
Oh,
wait to
dude,
see
thank
you
you.
afterwards. I'll meet you at the soundboard.
Thank you.
All right.
And hey, congratulations on everything too.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Matt from Cage the Elephant.